Listen and repeat. Do you wash your clothes yourselves, or do you have your clothes washed? We usually wash our clothes ourselves, but sometimes we have our clothes washed. Do you wash your cars yourselves, or do you have your cars washed? We usually wash our cars ourselves, but sometimes we have our cars washed. Do you cut your hair yourself, or do you have your hair cut? Do they cut their hair themselves, or do they have their hair cut? They usually cut their hair themselves, but sometimes they have their hair cut. Do you do your taxes yourselves, or do you have your taxes done? We usually do our taxes ourselves, but sometimes we have our taxes done. Do they clean their houses themselves, or do they have their houses cleaned? They usually clean their houses themselves, but sometimes they have their houses cleaned. Do you prepare your food yourself, or do you have your food prepared? Do you prepare your food yourselves, or do you have your food prepared? We usually prepare our food ourselves, but sometimes we have our food prepared. Do you iron your clothes yourselves, or do you have your clothes ironed? We usually iron our clothes ourselves, but sometimes we have our clothes ironed. Do they cut their nails themselves, or do they have their nails cut? They usually cut their nails themselves, but sometimes they have their nails cut. Do you wax your legs yourselves, or do you have your legs waxed? We usually wax our legs ourselves, but sometimes we have our legs waxed. Do you repair your computers yourselves, or do you have your computers repaired? We usually repair our computers ourselves, but sometimes we have our computers repaired. Do they do their laundry themselves, or do they have their laundry done? They usually do their laundry themselves, but sometimes they have their laundry done. Listen and repeat until your pronunciation and intonation are perfect.